Hi there friends from NCC, Steve Duncan here from Echo Lake. Just wanting to give you a little missions update on how we're doing as a family and how camp is doing and potentially what the summer might look like amidst all the changes. Normally this time of the year in May we would be well into our season. We would have been having work bees, we'd be having a number of different rental groups, we'd be ready to welcome the Amasa campers that would be arriving at the end of the month. But obviously everything's very different for us this year. We do have lots of dandelions though, and they're beautiful and they're yellow. So if any of you would like any dandelions to brighten up your home, we would love to be able to provide something like that for you. I know one of the challenges that we've sort of found that happened really at the start of the month. We had our engineer out just looking at our sewage and our septic and our lagoons and how that would all tie into the building, and it definitely discovered a few challenges that we might not have discovered had he not actually come out. So we're really working through some of those. It looks like there's a bit of infrastructure that we're going to need to change and repair, and until we can sort of get that side of things done, we're sort of like limited in how we can sort of like move forward at the moment. So we're definitely hoping maybe by the end of the month we'll have made some headway in all of this, and we can push ahead into what June and July and August is going to look like at camp. I'm sure some of you are maybe wondering, hey, are there any sort of like projects or things that will be going on at the summer without there being any camp? I know we have our swing park here, so it's a six-sided swing park. Some of the infrastructure is already there. We have most of the components that we need for that. So we're definitely hoping that that's something that we could build. We don't need to invest an awful lot of additional money into that. And there's a few projects similar to that we're hoping that this sort of like late spring, summer we'll be able to tackle. So we have all the components for that. We also have the stain that we need for repainting the chalet. It's in quite need of a new coat of stain, and then we're hoping to get the building chinked from the outside just to seal it and spruce it up and really just look after that building as well. One of the other projects that we're hoping, maybe needing to finish this spring is our shop building. I know it's typically not the sexiest type of building, you know, that a camp has, but it's probably one of the most practical in terms of need and usage. So we've made great headway on the building so far. It still needs to be softened on the far side. There still needs to be a little bit of siding, but inside we still need to purchase the insulation and sheeting for the ceiling for that. So that's something that we're definitely hoping to be able to wrap up, get finished, and then start moving some of the other stuff that was in different places around camp actually into here to create a little bit more space and a little bit more organization in some of the other buildings around camp. Outside of the challenges that we've been having with our sewer system, one of the other challenges we've been having is to decide what do we do with the old camp residence. We know it's not a case of if, it's more of a case of when to dismantle it and get the site ready for a new building. I know that's definitely a little bit of a headache at the moment because you're just not quite sure how to move ahead with that, with the main focus being our dining hall at the moment. So we definitely appreciate some prayer regarding that, and a big hefty donor would also be wonderful as well. So we sort of anticipate really needing to raise about $200,000 in order to take care of this project, whether we put in a modular and have it pre-built and just move it in, or whether we try to do it in stages where we maybe wouldn't need to raise that amount of money all in one go. So here I am in the entrance of where our new dining hall is going to be. So if you want to come with me, I'll give you a little virtual tour. So we're walking into the lobby. On our left we've got some bathrooms, on our right we've got some bathrooms. We're going to turn left, and basically down here we're walking into the beautiful dining hall. Kitchen's down at the far end. Back on the other side of the lobby over here, going towards the cabins, that's where we're going to have our chapel. And then we've got a nice little walk-through lobby area here, little mezzanine above. If I was 18 feet tall, I would see what the view was like, but I think it's going to be fantastic. And then a nice little lobby area out here where people can sort of like sit, picnic tables, enjoy the view, have a chat, lots of fellowship. Maybe some people will get saved. It'll be very exciting. So it's nice to actually get the footprint laid out here at camp. That's something that Chris and I came out and did. We've got it plotted onto our site map. It's all GPSed and basically ready for digging and ready for excavation. according to plan, we'd love to be breaking ground at the start of July. So there's a few things that still have to fall into place. There's a few permits that we still have to get, a few final sort of approvals from the architect and things like that. But we're definitely we're excited about the project. We're excited about the layout. We're excited about the drawings. We're very excited about having a new dining hall, and hopefully, you know, maybe 2021 we could actually have the dining hall and the lobby part operational. As most of you know, currently I'm the only full-time missionary with Echo Lake. We'd really love to see that team expand to a facilities manager and their family, and then an assistant director or a program director to come on board to sort of share the load. Regarding the facilities manager position, there is a family that we've been in contact with. Actually, by the time you see this, we will have had a Zoom meeting with them, and are just exploring and seeing how God is maybe leading in this. So watch this space, and we'll see how that need is met.
Hey everybody, Steve asked if I would give a short update about our family and how we've been doing. So like most of you, our lives have been pretty contained the past couple of months. You might think that with us homeschooling, there wouldn't have been much different making a transition into quarantining and socially isolating, but actually our lives usually extend quite a ways out from our house, and we spend a lot of time with the kids doing sports and different activities outside of our home. So it has been quite a change for us, and when you have 4 kids, as many of you maybe would understand, it's not very often that we have a day when everybody is doing really well. But for the most part, we've survived just fine. Of course, looking towards the summer, it was a difficult thing. Thinking about not having camp this summer. It'll be the first summer ever that we haven't been at camp, both in our married life but also in the lives of our kids. So that's going to be a really different summer for us, and we're looking forward to seeing what that looks like and how we can be at camp a little bit as well. The kids are doing well. They're finishing off their school year like many of your kids will be doing, and the change to having our older 2 kids, Aiden and Naya, who are now in grade 11 and grade 9, has been challenging, helping them with different schoolwork. And Connor and Tessa, who are grade 5 and grade 4 now, are just carrying along well with various challenges related to school and friends. So really overall, we're very thankful for what we have and what God's provided for us in this season. Although it hasn't been the easiest, we certainly feel like there's not a lot to complain about, and we're thankful to have the community around us and to live where we do. I feel like we've managed to weather this a lot more easily than a lot of people in different countries have, and yeah, we just want to thank you guys for being a part of our lives and for helping to care for us in the way that we do. So that's it.
I know people often ask me how I'm doing, and I know coming into this season, there was definitely a certain amount of tiredness and exhaustion, and I think I was sort of like looking at the summer with a mix of faith, but also with a sense of foreboding, because you just saw there's just mountains and challenges and giants, and just not a real sense of how would all of these things get met, or how would you navigate through them. So obviously the COVID thing has changed things dramatically, but it's also opened up some doors as well in terms of just a very different summer for us, which might be just what the doctor ordered. I know we were sort of supposed to have a sabbatical either this year or last year, and we weren't sure how that was going to pan out. So that's something that our mission has sort of like put in place and is really encouraging us to do, and I definitely feel like that would be something that would be very helpful. I'd also asked about even just a leave of absence for a month, just to try to deal with some practical things related to home and ways of supporting Jennifer and her family and property, and just things where you just could not see a way in terms of dealing with them whenever a normal summer would be taking place amidst the other needs that you have for your own home. So we're not sure how that'll pan out, but I know it's definitely something that we'd love for you guys to be praying for. One of the things that we don't want to see happen is to end up at the end of the summer at the end of April, the summer is not April, the end of August, and realize that the summer is gone, and I've been as busy as ever. There's projects galore. You know, there's Echo Lake is one of those things where there's more need and more projects than a person could do, and if you don't manage them, they will manage you, and they will just keep taking and taking and taking, because there's always something to do. And so having the wisdom just to know what to let go and what to prioritize, and how to look after, you know, your own health and your family, and just be in a place where you can feel, do you know what, I've got a few more years left in me, and I'm really excited about this ministry still. So really appreciate your prayers related to that, and how that'll work itself out throughout the summer, amidst all the things going on, and the uncertainty, and the projects, and the fundraising, and all those other things. So hope you've enjoyed seeing a few different parts of camp as we've had our little share time. I know I'd much prefer doing this where I could see your faces at church, or even to have you guys out for your family camp. Maybe we'll get a chance to see some of you out during the summer to help with some projects as things ease up here. Just some things that you could be praying for us about. Obviously the big things to do with our dining hall, and just everything fitting together to be able to get started on that as soon as possible. Funds to maybe be able to get that usable and functional by next summer. I know we still need another 300,000 for that. The residence for a contractor to maybe be able to take on that project, and the funds to be able to get started on that. The different needs at camp related to our missions team, and sort of building that new team. And it's always good to leave yourself to last. And then just the need for rest and recovery and freshness and health, I think, for myself, and for just what the summer will end up looking like for us as a family, and for this sabbatical and things like that. So really appreciate just having this little time just to share with you. It's been dandy. So I just wanted to close with just a little Bible verse that I find quite encouraging in Romans. So it's real short, real simple, but it's a prayer of Paul's that he prayed for the people. I pray that God, the source of hope, will fill you completely with joy and peace because you trust in him. Then you will overflow with confident hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. So just as I pray that for myself, I pray that for you folks as well. So thanks, God bless, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.